Why'd you have to do Shelton Benjamin like that on Twitter?
Because we don't want him.
Why not? What are you talking about?
What's he going to do? Take up my TV time? This is one thing I learned when I was, getting signed to AEW. I got a call from QT Marshall, who I love. I love and respect because he's a great wrestler and he's very honest. One of the most honest guys I've ever met, if not the most. He called me up and he's like, Tony wants you to come in. I go, oh, is this a joke? I don't know. He goes, look, I'm a wrestler. I'd prefer it if you didn't come here and work because you'd be taking a spot that I want. And I go, oh, that was some real shit. I respect that guy. And ever since then, he's always kept it on that level with me. So I got to keep it on that level with everyone else. Every single free agent that comes up in professional wrestling, fans want to go, they'd be great in AEW. They'd be great in AEW. We only have so much TV time. Some of that needs to go to me. I don't want all of it. I'm not selfish, but I'm the best. So if...
Very humble too.
Of course. Yeah. But if people start calling for Shelton Benjamin or Motor City Machine Guns or whoever, it doesn't matter. And not to single anyone out, my sentiment is, why would we want them? We already have the best roster. We already have the best wrestler alive. If you want anyone to come in and do whatever role they're going to do, I bet I can do it better. I bet Anthony could do it better. I bet we have a guy on there that's not even getting used on our roster that could do it better. So what are we really doing? We're just bringing in stars that were made other places to do what? Less work ourselves? I'll work for that. If you want me to fill someone's role, I can work and do that. It's not going to be overnight. It's not going to be, okay, Max is now this guy. No, but I could work there. But I it's insulting to me as a veteran and a top wrestler and one of the most popular wrestlers that fans will go, well, we want this other guy now. Why? You have the best. Literally the whole roster. You have the top of wrestling. So
you've got to understand how people read this on Twitter. They read this and they go, he's saying, you're not good enough. We don't want you here. We're full. That's how people are reading it.
Yeah, but it's true. Prove that you're better than me.
I mean, Shelton Benjamin. He's fantastic.
He's okay.
Stop it.
Look, he's good.
Stop it.
He's good, and he's got a lot of accolades in his career. But realistically, what does he bring to the table that, let's say, Josh Woods couldn't do, who is a heavyweight champion NCAA wrestler?
Maybe there's just a nicer way of saying it that wouldn't make people so upset on Twitter.
Well, Twitter's not a real place, so
we're back
who cares?
To that, yeah.
It's not a real place. I think people are shocked when I'm honest, because the only time they really hear me talk is into a microphone and I'm telling jokes.
Yeah.
But if I'm honest about my career, what's wrong with that? Apply it to anyone else's job. Apply it to your job. If someone comes in and goes, I am Chris Van Vliet number 2 now, and I want to interview everyone before you do.
There's a lot of those. And you know what I say?
There is. Yeah.
I say clapping for others does not take away from my own success. I clap for everybody.
Sure.
I'm excited for them.
Sure. But if they start taking your YouTube page and, delete your videos a little bit.
They're going to delete my videos?
Or maybe you get less interview time with the people because they have to go run next door.
And that happens. And I'm like, hey, so-and-so, that was a great interview with this person. And I know that I'll get another one on the next time. You get
Sure.
one, I get one.
Sure. But maybe there is no next time for me. If someone takes my spot, someone takes my TV time, when is my next time?
And just to be clear, this isn't just a Shelton Benjamin thing.
No,
this isn't anybody, everybody thing.
Not at all. I will say right here, great wrestler. And I respect him a lot. But why would I campaign for anyone to join the company when we already have the best wrestlers? I'm here. Put me in that spot and it'll be great. But if I'm going to sit here and go, wow, yeah, we need more on this roster. No, we don't.
But then what happens every time someone gets signed?
I'm insulted. I really am. I want to see them prove themselves. And, talking about the people that we've signed recently, I think Will Ospreay has proved himself. Give him all the credit in the world. He's an amazing wrestler. Okada, I think once he's situated in the country and he's on TV every week, we will see. But that doesn't take away from how great of a wrestler he is. He's here. We got to live with it. But if you had asked me before we signed him, Max, do you think Okada should be here? I go, if you want, but I could do that for you.
What if I say, do you think Adam Copeland should be here?
I think he's proven himself.
I mean, of course, he's a Hall of Famer.
No, he's proven himself in AEW. I'll be honest, when he was brought in, I was skeptical because you go, he's done so much. What else could he really want to do? This is my company. Again, you're stealing our TV time, but he's proven himself to be a leader and someone who's going to go out there and put in the work in the ring and pull guys aside. And he's pulled me aside and said, hey, I saw your match. Here's what I think. And I go, thank you so much. And I appreciate that.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of guys who wouldn't do that.
What if, to play devil's advocate here, what if Okada, Ospreay, Adam Copeland, because of the ones we just named, what if they bring more eyes to TV, which then bring more eyes to you?
They could. I don't know if they have. Wrestling and TV is a lot about how you make people feel, but not just once, over a long period of time. So these guys can come in and there's some general excitement when they first show up, but are they going to sustain that? And we have to wait and see. But, we've worked so hard to get to where we are in the company, from literally ground up, homegrown, purely. And then to just have guys who were stars somewhere else, did their whole career somewhere else, come in and now they're perceived to be on top of us. It's an insult to me. I'm speaking for me. I don't want to speak for my partners or anything like that. It's an insult to me because of all the work we've put in. If other people help along the way, sure. But not many of these guys have ever campaigned to wrestle me and Anthony. And I think there's a reason for that. It's one, because they don't want to get embarrassed via me on the microphone. And they know that we are younger and hungrier and ready to go. And, they want to be in their comfort zone wherever they are. And I get that. But we have the tendency to bring people outside their comfort zone. So I, again, take that personally when me and Anthony are the number one thing in wrestling, period. And then none of the top wrestlers are saying, we can actually better AEW if we put on a top level fight with the two top teams or, two of the top teams.